If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. So Dean Sharp is coming up around 6:20, 6:22, that area. So we'll have him on. That'll be a cool guest, as always. Crime in the San Fernando Valley continues. The Encino burglaries continue. And we had a Dodger pitcher. Yamamoto's house was broken into while he's on the road with the Los Angeles Dodgers, playing in Cincinnati. And bang, somebody gets in through the back door, shatters a glass door, and they're in the house. Fortunately, they got spooked. Somebody turned the light on. They took off before they got anything. But yet, it's another sign that we have not reached the pinnacle of this. It is still happening every single day. Here it is. We'll do the Dodger pitcher first, and then the Encino burglars with Eric Leonard, who did a great job over there at NBC. But first, Dodger pitcher Yamamoto's house broken into.
The LAPD responding to an attempted burglary earlier today at the Hollywood Hills home owned by Dodger pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Private security responded to the break-in before police arrived. The back door glass shattered, but the suspects never got into the house. No one was home at the time. Yamamoto is now with the Dodgers in Cincinnati. This is the latest in a series of break-ins at homes of high-profile athletes, including Patrick Mahomes and Lakers star Luka Doncic, when he was still playing for the Dallas Mavericks.
It doesn't end. Well, let's go to Encino. Let's leave Hollywood, slide over to Encino, and find out if these continue. These break-ins, these home burglaries continue in the Encino Hills.
The LAPD chief says it's possible groups of local burglars who, it appears, are responsible for many of these recent break-ins have now adopted some techniques favored by so-called tourist burglars, the foreign groups that had been behind dozens of home burglaries across Southern California in recent years and had been using their own surveillance cameras to pick out homes to target.
They're replicating the tactics and MO of the South American burglary crews, using jammers, more sophisticated pre-incident surveillance, where they may have cameras laid out on the property or on a car parked on the street across from the target house for a period of time to be able to determine pattern of life, when person's going to be home, when they're going to be gone.
Chief Jim McDonald told the Board of Police Commissioners today these groups of thieves suspected in a lot of these recent cases have been caught with those Wi-Fi jammers that can disable some security cameras and systems, but he says they've also been cutting telephone and internet or camera cables, and in some cases using this new tactic of dropping a car off on the street with a camera running inside to remotely case a home or neighborhood. He says there's also a sophisticated network on the back end to sell the stolen loot.
Man, oh man, they're good. They're sophisticated. And now they're concentrating on Encino.
They go after expensive handbags and jewelry and things that are easily be for resale. And then the crews generally transport that stolen property to a warehouse type arrangement, very organized, and then distributed from there.
In a number of notable burglaries in recent weeks, including the break-in at a home in Encino that led to the murders of American Idol music supervisor Robin Kay and her husband Tom DeLuca. More burglaries have been reported since then. During one, a homeowner fired a warning shot and scared off the thieves. In another we reported last week, a homeowner shot and wounded one of the burglars, who police say turned out to be a 14-year-old boy who was later arrested. Now, the LAPD has provided some new data that shows there were about 40 more burglaries in the last few weeks compared with the previous weeks. And that's significant because overall property and violent crime rates have otherwise been on a steady decline. I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News. Back to you.
All right, when they say a steady decline here, Eric Leonard.
Property and violent crime rates have otherwise been on a steady decline.
I don't believe that. I don't think that anybody listening to KFI believes that number. I think that there are less burglaries being reported. I don't think there are less burglaries. I think that they're as popular now and as plentiful now as they were at any time in the past. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know. They just can't seem to stop it. They can't seem to even slow it down. But it certainly is unnerving. I'll tell you that. If you live up in the hills, Studio City, Sherman Oaks, Encino, Tarzana, Woodland Hills, they know where the money is. They know that flatlanders don't have a lot of dough. It's all up in the mountains. And you got a beautiful car, and you got some jewelry, you got a safe in the house. You might be next. And these people who live up in the hills, they have alarms, they have spikes on their gate, they have 12-foot gates, they got cameras everywhere, they got lights everywhere. A lot of them have shutters, metal shutters to put down over their windows when they're not home or home alone at night. And yet, these guys still break in every single night. And I don't know what the answer is. We can't go on like this forever. There's got to be, there's got to be a way to stop this. And so far, nobody's been able to figure it out. Nobody. All right, let's talk about fast food here. Next time you go through a drive-thru at fast food, you might be talking to AI. You might be talking to somebody who has never been alive. Artificial intelligence might be taking your order, and they say that the AI taking your fast food order is better than human beings. They very seldom, if ever, get it wrong.
It's an AI voice system, and it takes orders clearly and quickly.
Well, let me go to the beginning of this here. Let's back up a little.
Order when ready, please.
The next time you visit a drive-thru, you might be surprised who's taking your order.
Honestly, it's the best tool we have ever gotten. I love it.
Anything else for you today?
No, thank you.
Okay, I've got it.
At this Wiener Schnitzel in Pico Rivera,
We're known for the chili cheese dog, and
taking your order isn't a person at all.
she is so smart. She knows everything. Everything from every menu item down to the last one.
Would you like barbecue, ranch, or buffalo dipping sauce?
Barbecue.
It's an AI voice system, and it takes orders clearly and quickly.
Man, if I were in charge of a fast food window, I would be training to get some other gig. This is going to be very quickly, they're going to change and get rid of all of those people. If you can do this with AI and it's that efficient, it's that inexpensive, those jobs are going away.
Freeing up humans for other jobs.
As soon as she's taking the order, she's greeting them, she's upselling them. They're bagging, they're cooking, they're making the shake.
The tech comes from a company called Presto. They're also working with Carl's Jr. and Taco John's.
So from a restaurant perspective, you get greater revenue or greater check size, and you also have more efficient or less labor costs. So you get a really significant impact.
The AI can handle noisy backgrounds and changing environments.
$21.98. You're all set. Please go ahead and pull up.
Thank you.
Our system can...
That's just going to be the way it sounds in the future. Our kids and grandkids, or grandkids, I should say, may never speak to a human being
or
at a
fast
drive-thru.
Food?
Yeah, for fast food. It's all going to be robots and AI and it's just that's just the way it's going to be. They don't have to pay the person $22.50 an hour. They don't call in sick. They can work for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's what's going to be happening. All these places.
You're all set. Please go ahead and pull up.
Better get used to that voice. You can hear it everywhere. If you're a fast food fan like myself and Steph Oosh.
You're all set. Please go ahead and pull up.
Thank you.
Our system can now do...
What?
What did the AI voice just say?
You're all
before
set.
they asked them
Please
to pull
go ahead
up?
and pull up.
That?
Right before they asked him to pull up. Yeah.
Let's see.
$21.98. You're all set. Please go ahead and pull up.
Oh, I thought she said you're all fat.
Oh, no.
She said you're all set.
You're all set. Yeah. We gotta get Bellia, let's get Angel new headphones. She's got her fat phones on again.
You're all set.
It actually does sound like you're all fat.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
You're all set.
Yeah, maybe she does that just to insult human beings. Right? They're already into it.
You're all set.
You're all fat. Hell out of here.
Please go ahead and pull up.
Thank you.
Our system can now do things such as coupons or special offers or very complicated combos.
Yeah.
You're all set.
You're all fat.
It's also really good at upselling thanks to built-in predictive analytics.
Humans are actually pretty inconsistent and quite bad at upselling.
Our upsells have increased so much already.
When I tried it myself, the system was friendly, but not exactly playful and not overly robotic. It understood my order, moved quickly, and yes, upsold me on an all-beef dog.
Would you like to upgrade to a 100% all-beef dog?
Oh, for sure. I've got my first ever Wiener Schnitzel hot dog.
Look, if Wiener Schnitzel is going AI, they're all going. All of them.
That's pretty tasty. Of course, there's still the big question. Will this new AI take jobs from humans?
Yes. Yes, I can answer that. Sitting here in Burbank, not ever spending a second working in the fast food place, I will tell you 100%.
I don't know about the other ones, but they definitely upsell you on Wiener Schnitzel. They asked me if I want the all premium beef dog every single time.
Yeah.
So maybe that one is a bad example, but yeah.
Yeah, do you go for the upgrade?
It depends how I feel.
Yeah,
but they always ask.
The chili's really good there at Wiener Schnitzel.
It's actually not bad.
The chili, Fat Burger's got great chili. Wendy's has, I think, the
like
best.
King.
Yeah. And Wiener Schnitzel's pretty good. Wiener Schnitzel's pretty good with the chili.
Will this new AI take jobs from humans?
A lot of what we talk about is labor redistribution, not labor replacement.
Yeah, it's over.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Dean Sharp is a very popular show here on Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then right back on Sunday for 3 hours from 9 a.m. until noon. And he joins us. Dean, how you, bub?
I'm good. How are you?
Buddy, I'm doing great. I love this topic of being able to utilize a small room. I think a lot of people have these rooms that turn into big closets, or they keep paper towels or maybe extra food or jackets during the winter in there. And they're not used properly. I love the idea of turning that into something you can use on a daily basis, or maybe a little screening room or a game room or something.
Exactly. There are so many things that can be done with a small room if you know how to do it right. And let's face it, we see all the, Kardashians and all the big houses on TV all the time. But the reality is most of us have normal to smaller sized rooms. And I got to tell you, you know what? That's when every inch counts in a design. I spend my time, a lot of my time, designing mansions. Mansions do not have to plan space all that well. When you've got 10,000 square feet you're working at, you're like, well, I don't know. Should the hallway be 7 feet wide or 8? I don't know. But but I'll tell you where you have to plan space. RVs have to plan every half inch of space. And that's, it's a radical example. But the point is, the smaller the space, the more disciplined our design has to be to make it work.
And what are people doing? Can you make a screening room in something that small, or is that too small? You can't get far enough from the screen.
No, it's all relative. It's really all relative. Now, you can't have a great screening room in like an 8x8, closet. But but it's all relative. We're so used to thinking again, like, I need to have the 8-foot diagonal flat screen to have a really, big screening reality. But here's the thing. If you have ever sat like in a room where the TV, nice big TV, is like 15 feet away,
right?
Pick up your phone, all right? Put it on landscape mode, so you're watching a movie on your iPhone, and just hold it a couple of feet away from your face and see if it isn't true that iPhone, relatively speaking, is the same size as the screen that is 15 feet away. So the point is, we just got to plan it right. A smaller TV, it's fine. A smaller screen can still give you a really immersive experience.
All right, Dean Sharp is with us. I always heard that the molding on a home, whether it's on the floor or up on the ceiling, makes the room look bigger. Is that true?
Well, it all depends. Depends. Floor molding always helps a room get bigger. Base molding, okay? It's always a great idea. And most people are shocked when I say, I don't care if you've got an 8-foot ceiling, you should have 7-inch tall baseboard in your room, okay?
Really?
We use the rule of 7%. That is 7% of the height of the wall. That's right about where the height of your baseboard should be. Most people have tiny, puny, way undersized baseboards. However, at the top of a wall, if you've got an 8-foot ceiling, it's already, a relatively low ceiling. This is not the place where we should run the crown molding, okay? Because crown molding is something that draws attention to itself. And a crown mold in a short room with a short ceiling is only going to emphasize the fact that that ceiling is only up 8 feet tall. What I do love to do, if an owner is really, really wanting to put a molding on, I love to use a drywalled in cove molding, which is just a rounding. It's just rounding that corner of the ceiling to the wall. It's kind of like a cyc screen, like that we use for photo shoots and things like that, where you see somebody in the back and there's no horizon, right? They're standing in front of a curved screen that they're actually standing on the screen, and then it curves up and goes horizontally on the wall. So you can't see how big the room is behind them. And the same is true with a really nice cove molding at the top of an 8-foot wall. You lose the perspective of where the wall ends and the ceiling begins. And that's always good news for a shorter ceiling.
Dean Sharp is with us. I always heard that in a small room, you have to be conscious of every inch, of course, and that the door opening into that room is going to take up, some square footage that you won't be able to use otherwise. Maybe a sliding door, barn door is perfect.
Barn door works if you don't need a whole lot of sound safety in the room or privacy, because, they're a little leaky when it comes to sound, but barn doors work great. And by the way, barn doors don't have to be, old barny, woodsy looking. We've got super contemporary technical barn doors where you don't even see the hardware. It's just the blank of the door sliding on the wall. Or a pocket door is a great use for a wall into a small room, because then you don't have the door swing again.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the pocket doors. Something you would see on a cabinet in the kitchen where you keep food and stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I got to say this about pocket doors, because I know there are just like thousands of people just cringed when I said pocket door, because they're like, yeah, I got one of those in my house near the laundry room. We haven't opened it in 30 years.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's crap. Pocket doors are crap. Not true. Not true. I just want everybody to know, in defense of pocket doors, it's not the door. It's the cheap builder hardware that got built into your home. There is great pocket door hardware out there. Johnson Hardware. 1500 series, going to cost you about $200 for the pocket and the rollers. Soft open, soft close. It will never come off its track, and it will be rolling back and forth 40, 50, 70 years from now.
Wow, that's a great idea. That's a perfect idea for those small rooms. All right, can you stay with us?
Sure.
All right, Dean Sharp is with us every Saturday morning, 6 to 8 a.m., Sunday morning, 9 a.m. to noon on KFI and on Kogo in San Diego. So the show's expanding. It's great. A lot of guys like to listen to it, and we're talking about small rooms and how to utilize them so it'll give you more fun in the house instead of using it as a closet.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Dean Sharp is on every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then Sunday from 9 a.m. until noon on KFI here in Los Angeles and Kogo in San Diego. And he joins us. Dean, I got a question for you. Since you work on these big homes, what's the biggest home you've ever been responsible for, either designing or building, bedrooms-wise? Have you worked on like a 10-bedroom joint?
33,740 square feet.
Wait a minute. Wait, 33,740?
Yep.
Holy smokes. How long did that take?
Took 4 years.
Wow. Is it close to the ocean?
No, it's actually in it's just above the Beverly Hills Hotel on Crescent Drive in Beverly Hills.
Ooh, I think I may have seen that house.
In fact, for those of you who are familiar with the original movie Get Shorty,
right?
Okay. Danny DeVito, his home, he was playing a big famous actor that John Travolta wanted to get into one of his pictures in the movie. You can see that house. You can see the interiors of that house in the original Get Shorty.
Let me ask you a question. Is it visible while driving on Beverly Glen?
No.
Okay, then I have not seen it.
No, it's on a loop. Crescent Drive loops up above the Beverly Hills Hotel and then returns back down. So it's kind of on its own thing.
Oh, I think I have seen that then. I have seen that house. And it did take a long time to build.
It's a beast.
Yeah.
It was a beast.
But how long ago? That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah, because I used to work in Beverly Hills at Revel Travel, and I used to see constant people working and trucks driving through that area.
Yep.
That
was a big one.
Huge. I mean, how many AC compressors are on a thing like that? There must be a dozen.
There are 10.
10. God. How does that all work out? Are there's 10 different units inside or 10 compressors feeding one big unit?
No. 10 separate large-scale units sitting on the roof. It's a flat roof house with a parapet around it. And so we were able to get all the units up on the roof. You can't see them. You can see them from a helicopter, but you can't see them anywhere from the street.
That must have been a while ago. I don't think they allow those on the roofs anymore. At least in Burbank, they don't.
I don't know. I don't know where we stand with rooftop package units in Beverly Hills, but yeah, it was a thing. I tell you, the scariest part. We actually we delayed building the swimming pool. We made the entire swimming pool, the grotto, and the bridge out of multi-ton granite boulders.
Wow!
Okay? And we delayed doing the pool until the house. The house was 80% done, and I had to have a crane craning boulders over my house.
Oh man, how
into
unnerving.
The backyard to place them at the pool.
How unnerving.
The most stressful 3 days of that entire project for me.
Yeah, one slips up and it's $400,000 worth of damage and another year.
Straight on through. It's got an indoor pool, outdoor pool, bowling alley, wine cave, small rifle range at the bottom. It's got a lot going on there.
And the house that big, 33,740 square feet. Do they have one big tankless water heater? Or do they have a dozen of them?
No, well, this is back in the day. This was pre-tankless, and there are I don't remember how many water heaters, but believe me, there are a lot of them. There are instant hots under every sink in every bedroom, guest suites, all ensuite baths, and so hot water is only a half a second away, no matter what faucet you go to. That's just what you get at that level.
Okay, for people, everybody else in the world that can't afford 33,740 square feet. What is that immediate? What did you mention underneath the sink for immediate hot water?
An instant hot, an insta hot. Insta hot is a plug-in little electric unit that preheats the already cooled off hot water. And what it does is it's set up to basically feed you, about 60 seconds to 2 minutes worth of piping hot water. Until the real hot water from the water heater actually arrives. So you don't actually notice that you're waiting for the hot water to arrive because the instant hot takes care of that first 2 minute run.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. And saves water and in time and everything. But you would feel when the new hot water is kicking in, is there any latency where it's like, oh, here's 2 seconds of cold water before you get the new hot water?
No, it works pretty well. They're all calced out pretty close, right on the measure. And the instant hot senses the water and adjusts the temperature, so you just don't even notice the transition.
Can you retrofit those?
Oh yeah.
Are they expensive?
I haven't checked on a price in the last 6 months, but we do them pretty often. I'm saying they're about a $500 unit.
Oh, that's easy. That's great.
Yeah, it's about $500 to $700, I think.
The one thing that I always identify wealthy people that are different from average people are two things. One, if they have a dedicated screening room, a dedicated theater where they use it just for a theater, and the other one is a water spigot over the stove. So when you're filling pots of water, you don't have to carry it from the sink.
Yeah, I got a story to tell you about that.
Oh, is that right?
So I was building a house that we were designing for spec, a 12,000 square foot house in Brentwood Park, and this was way back. This was the very first house I ever had full design control over.
Oh, that's cool.
And right around the corner from OJ's house, literally,
oh, wow.
like four houses away from OJ's house, around the corner on Rockingham, and we had this weird idea to, and I'm not saying I invented this because this was already in executive kitchens, okay? But we had this idea, my boss and I, we should put a pasta pot filler in this kitchen, okay? One over the cooktop. And so I went looking, and in every executive kitchen in LA at the time, they were all using just weird plumbing that just would not work attractively for residents. I ended up finding and no manufacturer was making them. You couldn't look at Kohler or Moen. Nobody had them. No one had them. And so I ended up using one of those janitor's closet, like school closet faucets, the one that had the little hinge in the middle of the faucet.
Yeah.
But we took it out and we had it stripped down and we had it plated with brushed nickel. It cost us like $1,500 to have it plated in brushed nickel. And we hung it over. And the day that we opened it up to the first band of realtors who came through, they were just gaga. They were just oh my gosh, look at what they've got over the kitchen. This is an executive kitchen.
Wow.
And now, every plumbing manufacturer has a pasta pot filler as part of their design, scheme.
So you were like the soothsayer, the trendsetter.
I am not saying I invented it because, again, it was in every executive kitchen. But as far as West LA is concerned, we had never actually seen one used in a home, and we just figured out how to do it. And yeah, it became a thing.
It'd be a great TV show. And I was thinking about this over the last couple of weeks, and this just reminded me of it. But for guys like you to go back into, 20, 30, 40 years ago when you first started and take a look at how that house is now, I think that'd be a great series.
It would be a depressing one, I got to tell you, because a lot of them have been changed and altered away from where we wanted to go. And it'd be like, oh, really? Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's great. Buddy, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll be listening this weekend.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, thanks, man. All right, there he goes. Dean Sharp, every Saturday and Sunday right here on KFI. Sunday, I believe both days also on Coco as well in San Diego. Great show, and you got to check it out. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., and then Sunday, 9 a.m. until noon.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
The Chargers are back on KFI. Yep, we're an NFL station. And tomorrow's Hall of Fame game against the Detroit Lions will be live on KFI. Starting at 4 p.m., pregame 4 to 5, and the game will start from 5 till 8:30, quarter to 9, and then Mo Kelly will come on at 9 o'clock. You're going to hear a familiar voice. Matt Money Smith does the play-by-play. So you're going to hear Matt Money Smith tomorrow here on KFI. But that Hall of Fame game is a big game starting off the NFL season every year.
Yeah, Charger fans excited to see the powder blue there on the field in Canton, Ohio tomorrow night. Most of the league will play their first preseason game beginning next Thursday through the weekend. But since Chargers legendary tight end Antonio Gates has been inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the Bolts will play in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night against the Lions. Both the Chargers and the Lions will play 4 preseason games, while the rest of the league will play 3. It'll be the first NFL game in 5 months since Super Bowl 59.
Oh, that's great. The NFL is back, baby. And it all starts tomorrow night.
And not sure if this is a good omen for the Bolts. Last time they played in the Hall of Fame game back in 1994. That's the year they advanced to the only Super Bowl in franchise history where they lost to the 49ers. Despite the extra preseason game, Coach Jim Harbaugh treating this camp like any other.
We've really tried to make it reflect a typical training camp in terms of volume, workload, meeting time. For example, if it was the first 10 days were 11-hour days, they're 9-hour days now. Volume of practice, 2.5-hour practice is an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, they're cutting down. Players got to love that. That's great.
So we factored it in to not get too much, not get too little either.
You know, throughout the history of the video game Madden NFL, no player's been named to the exclusive 99 club more than former Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald. He achieved the perfect 99 overall rating a record 7 times. Peyton Manning is second with 6 99 clubs, and the league might be in trouble this year. Both Bills quarterback Josh Allen and Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, both with 99 ratings. Not Patrick Mahomes. How will he react? A couple of Eagles making the 99 club, running back Saquon Barkley and right tackle Lane Johnson. Receivers also in the club, Vikings Justin Jefferson and the Bengals Jamar Chase. No defensive players last year in the club, but the Browns Myles Garrett getting in this year. The complete list of the players' ratings coming out on Sunday. And Madden 26 releasing their rookie ratings. Here are the Rams' top 5 rookie ratings. Halfback, 4th-round pick Jarquez Hunter is tied with a 3rd-round linebacker Josiah Stewart with a 72 rating. Defensive tackle Ty Hamilton, 71. Wide receiver Konata Mupfield and tight end Terrence Ferguson, the Rams' top picks in last year's draft, both with a 69. As for the Charger rookies, halfback and the Chargers' top pick, Omarion Hampton gets a 77. Wide receiver Trey Harris comes in with a 72. Defensive tackle Jamari Caldwell, along with wide receiver Keandre Lambert-Smith, both with a 70 rating, and defensive end Kyle Kennard round out the top 5.
All right, so the NFL, having a Sunday where there's 19 games on, there's a game on Monday, there's a game on Thursday, and then Sunday is full of games. We are back. There are 4 short weeks, and you've seen how quickly these past 4 weeks have gone. 4 weeks was July 4th, right around there, right? Right around the 1st of July, 2nd of July, 4th of July. That was a month ago. So in a quick month, we're going to have NFL games, meaningful, season NFL games, not preseason, but, actual season games, actual, games on every single Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. The regular season games will be on in about a month, which is fantastic. All right, a noise ordinance out in Temecula. There's that much noise in Temecula?
You gotta fight for your right.
The band Those Guys' cover of Beastie Boys' party anthem has become a rallying cry against the city of Temecula's noise ordinance.
I mean, on any given night, it can be 350 to 400 people, and it's just the vibe, especially here at Bailey's, is just at an all-time high.
But last month, the band's regular gigs at local hotspot Bailey's Old Town dried up.
Uh-oh.
The owners canceled all live entertainment for the rest of the year after racking up more than $20,000 in fines.
Oh, no, that's horrible. I thought Temecula was a party town.
For violating the city's noise ordinance.
Got to the point where we just decided enough is enough. We can't do it right now. So we canceled over $50,000 in live entertainment contracts for the rest of the year.
Oh, that's horrible. I love Temecula. I thought, man, you guys were partying 24 hours a day. I guess there are some older folks out there that don't like the noise. All right, this portion of the show was brought to you by Advanced Hair. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Make your appointment today at advancedhair.com. Mo Kelly and his whole crew coming up next right here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.